In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to set up the second page of your brochure. First thing, I'm going to go to computer, find my drive, my 2019 folder, and open the project. There it is, Province Term 2 2019 Fedal. And while it's opening, I'm going to explain that when you create your brochure, you might find out that you don't have space for all the text you add in your Google Doc. That would take some editing. Same as when people write books, often they need other people's help to go over the book and narrow things down a little bit for them and go over it and see what's essential and what's not essential. You might have read one of those books and noticed that at the beginning there'll be names of all sort of people. So those could be just family or friends who help the writer in the process of writing the book, but it can also be people who read the manuscripts, read the first version of the book, and are professionals in the field of publishing, and told the writer, listen, maybe this section you might want to drop it because it feels unnecessary and it's only going to make the book too long. And that's a very normal process when you take one piece of writing and change it into a different format. Or if you work on a book and you're about to publish, you will often go through a process of letting other people write it and decide what goes in and what doesn't. You're going to need to do the same for your brochure and decide what is essential to go in and what's not, because brochures normally have only very important and very interesting information. Why? Simply because it's one sheet and you can't have too much space on it. So let's start publisher. So here we go, this is my cover page, and now I want to make the second page, which will be the inside of the brochure. So I need to have a new page here. The way to do it, you go to Insert and Page. So here's my blank page, and I want to have my guidelines up again. So I'm going to go to Page Design, Guides, and have the 3 up. And remember, your text needs to be away from the edge and away from those margins, because that's essentially where the fold of the page is going to go. And the way to do it is basically to just enter many text boxes. You can go from the Home tab and draw text box, or from Insert tab and again draw text box, and I'll just click and enter a text box. There we go, and that will be my heading, for example, for facts. And I'll make that a little bit bigger because it's a heading. You can give it a bit of color if you choose to, and you can make that text box a little bit smaller. There we go. So that's one heading, and then I'm going to insert another text box, and that's where I'm going to copy text from the Google Doc you made in class and paste it here. I'll just make that a little bit bigger, make the text a little bit bigger, try to go for size 12, and there we go. Make sure it's not too close to the edge, to the margin. And basically you're going to work in 3 columns, column 1, column 2, column 3, and you're going to populate that with all your information. Remember, you might have to edit the text and make it a little bit shorter. The way to do it is simply by looking at it and deciding what's important, what's not important, and include only what you think is most important. After you add a text, you're going to insert a few pictures by choosing images on Google Images, copying them and pasting them. One thing that's handy to know is that when you select the text box and go to Format, Under the drawing tools, you want to make it the wrap text none. And if I go here and look for a picture of Limpopo, sorry, not images, and let's say I want to use this nice picture of this rock. I don't know what it is, but it looks significant. I'm going to right click on it and left click on copy image, go back to my publisher, right click outside and click on paste. Here's my image, and again with images, click format, wrap text, none. Basically what it does, it allows you to move things freely and also over each other if you want to. You can play around with the wrap options, but I find that the easiest to work with is none. And then you lay your inside page of the brochure that way. Good luck!